All right, you guys. I am super excited to try and figure out how to use this PowerPoint while doing this call for you guys. But I am really excited to talk about how to make money because that is the whole reason I started my Plexus business was because we needed money. And when I look at my grocery bill or my electric bill nowadays, I feel like we all need money even more than we did when I started. Gosh, almost has it been 13 years, 12 years, something like that. 12 years ago is when I started. So we are going to talk about how to make money. So if you're brand new, this is for you, how you can make money. And you can make as much or as little as you want. That's the beauty of this. You're not capped at any certain place. But this is also how you can help your new people to make money. So what should you do with someone from right before you get them signed up all the way through? How do you get them making money or yourself? So take it whichever way you want it. Oops. Oh no, what did I do? How do I get back to that? uh, I feel like I messed the whole thing up. Okay, let's try it again. Just, you guys think.
Go back to present again like you did.
Okay. Well,
That's what reset it and made it come back up right.
let reset it. Okay. Now then we go back to share and then here. Is it working?
No.
It's not working. You guys, I had it and then I don't have it. And now I'm really sad. So it's not working. Just a minute. Let's try it this way. Is it working?
Yes.
It is? Okay, perfect. I'm gonna try to, all right, that's how you go forward and backwards. Okay, I think we got it figured out. It's really touchy here. So I got started in Plexus, and I'm just gonna share this really quickly just so you can kind of know where I came from because I hear so often all the reasons why someone can't be successful. And I want you to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that if I can be successful, you can be successful too. And I promise you. So I was broke. We literally had no money for shoes, diapers, clothes, food, all of it. I remember looking at the bank account and seeing pennies and needing to buy diapers for my kids. And I remember getting them out of the bath and thinking, okay, I'm going to have to take t-shirts and some old cloth diaper pins and make diapers because we could not afford to buy diapers. So when people tell me that they don't have money and they're still buying all these things, I'm like, I don't know if you really know what it's like to really have no money, but we truly had no money. But I wanted more for life. I wanted more for my 5 kids. I know that life is so short, and I've always been so aware of that feeling that it's so short. And I just really, truly believe in living. And to me, fully living means not telling myself or my kids no to things that we need, and then having some money to be able to enjoy the things that we also want. Because if somebody else is living the life of their dreams, why couldn't I? I also had no other option other than Plexus. Really, I did not want to leave my kids to go make money. I did not want someone else raising my kids. I would rather stay poor than have someone else raising my kids. That's just really important to me. I was also a homeschool mom and a single mom for most of my business. Um, and Plexus was just the answer to all of that because I saw people making $4,000 a month. That was my goal. And I knew that if they could do it, then I could do it too. And I let their success fuel me instead of like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do this. I knew that I could do it too. So I was definitely an unlikely diamond because I had no network whatsoever, no experience whatsoever. I didn't leave my house. I didn't even have a car to leave my house if I wanted to. I had no family that could watch my kids. It was just me and my kids and my computer. Back then I didn't do much work from my phone, so it was the computer. I also just didn't really talk to a lot of people. So I had to learn all of these skills, but I truly saw other people being successful. And I knew that I was going to figure this out because I had extreme amounts of determination to not let where I was at in life be what was going to determine where I was going to go or end up. So the joining process, the getting someone started process, this was life changing when I learned this, signing up people on the phone. So this is step one. We're just going to get right into the 7 steps of getting started making money or helping someone get started making money. But getting people on the phone as soon as they are ready to buy is just the key. You can connect so much faster over the phone. You can hear them out, understand where they're going in their mind, like where are they at? What are they wanting with life? It's really important to spread the belief. I also love to show them their virtual office while we're on the phone. So I will get on the phone, I'll walk them through beginning to end. So as they get the products in their cart, and I'm just going to say, don't let them pick whatever products they want. They are not buying products, they are buying a system. They need to get on the triplex and then add on to that. So getting them on the phone, walking them through their virtual office right away, showing them where they can go to place their own orders. And then this is also the time where I bring up the ability to make money. They at least need to get their products paid for because that is so simple. But also, I like to say the products are amazing. That's how I'm able to make a really good paycheck. You should really think about sharing, or I will say something along those lines. This is actually, I wrote down exactly what I say. I didn't put it on the PowerPoint, but I'm just going to read it to you because I get asked all the time, like, how do I bring up the business? So be sure to mention that. Let's see where I have it here. So I like to talk about the products and then I'll say something like, so awesome, you're going to love them. And you would be surprised that your friends are silently struggling with things related to their health and you have no idea. You get a referral link as along with your website and your product and you get to share it. It's super easy to get your own products for free and make some cash along the way. Or you can decide to make a full-time income working very part-time hours because these products are so amazing. And then I just like to pause. I don't even ask a question right there. You can say, do you know anybody who struggles with XYZ, like diabetes or thyroid problems or whatever, digestive issues? Or you can just pause and see what they say. Usually they will say, that sounds really great. I actually really need some money. Or yeah, my uncle has been a diabetic. So that's what I like to do. And that's kind of how I end that on the phone. And then I just kind of see where it goes from there. If I'm going to really focus just on getting them results with the products, or if I'm going to jump right into working the business with them. So the other things, do not just send your link because this business is not about getting a sale. This is about a journey and they are trusting you to do this with them. And when you get a new join, if you are the new join, I should say, you need to ask your sponsor lots of questions all day because they can't read your mind. And then if you're the person getting the join, make sure you're communicating with them and talking with them continuously. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit here. But step 2, this is where the real work begins. And I know we have a lot of fun contests. I know we have a lot of personal goals, rank ups, our own monthly income goals. But you guys, getting the join is not the answer. If all you're doing is working to get joins, and I know this because I did this for 2 years, you are not going to make a big paycheck. You could get your products paid for short. That's super easy. Sign up 3 people, just get them on the products. But if you want to make more than say $200 or $300 a month, this is where the real work begins. You need to stay in contact with that person as a friend. And then also, if you have a new level 1 and you're teaching them how to help their people make money, you make sure they're staying in contact with their people. Like How's so and so doing on the products? How are they doing? Are they sharing? How's her mom doing? So having this kind of communication and talking as a friend, not just a professional. Um, Send emojis, send voice messages, um, pray with them, talk with them, do life with them, just be a friend because culture is so important and people just really do not have that. And if they trust you enough to help them with their health journey, that means they see something in you and they want to have that connection with you. So what to do next? Have them find someone to do this with them. One person. Just start with one person. I start everybody with looking for that one person, whether it's their close friends, their mom, their husband. This is for accountability and encouragement. Welcome them into the team page because culture is not an option, you guys. It's so important. And most people say this is a huge thing missing in their life. Have them take a picture with the products and tag you. Put this on your wall. I absolutely love it when people do this. It's a way to kind of just see what their network is doing. Like, what are their friends thinking? Are they interested in Plexus right away? Do they need a little bit more information? But sometimes people can get some people right away to start this journey with them. And then they're extra excited, like, wow, I made the right choice doing this. And look at all these other people who are interested as well. So the next part of that, along with the step 2 here, is getting them results. Get them results on the products, whether they just want the products or they also want the business is so key. Not everybody is going to have a personal testimony right away. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. It definitely took me time. I had such extreme stress and adrenal fatigue that it took a while before I even noticed a difference. But one thing I did notice was something that I wasn't looking for, and it was that I felt happy. I would call it my happy drink. I would make it during the most stressful hour of the day, which with 5 kids, home all day, it was while I was making dinner. Like, I'm tired, they're tired, ready for the day to be over. And I would drink my Plexus and make dinner, and I called it my happy drink. But I did not notice a ton of other results until I slowly started thinking about it. And then my thyroid got better, and my restless leg syndrome went away. And suddenly I was sleeping better. And I didn't notice those things right away, but get them results. That is your number one goal with them, is getting them results and then getting them sharing. So how do you get them results? First, you can educate them on the products. You can find articles on Plexus. We have a lot of info sheets on the products. Tag them in testimonies in our testimony group. This is my number one favorite thing to do because what do? We scroll. We're all scrollers, and you put them in there. You tag them in a testimony about their thyroid or MS or fibromyalgia, whatever it is, migraines, and they're going to scroll. They're going to see diabetes. They're going to see pregnancy. They're going to see probiotics. And this is going to really help them to think of who it could also help. I have so many people who come to me and say, I had no idea that Plexus was going to help me with my hormones. Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you that, but it does. And then you can just educate them on that. So the goal is not just getting them on the products, loving the products, but getting them sharing. And not everyone wants to make $5,000 a month, but everyone needs the products and they need to get them for free. I firmly believe that every person out there really truly needs Plexus, especially if they're living in America with all of the things they're spraying on us, all of the chemicals in our food, all of these things. They really need Plexus as their core foundation to start their health journey. It's really, really important. And then step number 3, social media is completely how I grew my business. Everything was on social media, my new friends, everybody was on social media, and you have the world at your fingertips. And this is what the majority of this call is going to be about, is getting somebody, whether it's yourself or your new level 1, to use social media to grow a business, because this is our storefront. Social media is. And it's not a scary place. It's a fun place where you get to be yourself and you get to bring your light and who you were created to be to impact the world. So aside from posting about Plexus, there is nothing that you can or cannot or have to do to grow your business, you just need to be yourself and be your best version of yourself. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But the very beginning place to be is to analyze your own social media or your level one social media. So when I get a level one to help them make money, the very first thing I will do is I will go on the team page and I will tag them in social media trainings. As I am analyzing their social media and giving them tips, they can be learning these things, whether it's an old video of mine or someone else's video. They can be learning these things for themselves. And sometimes when people learn it for themselves, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be posting this way without me telling them, it kind of goes off better for them. But some things that I see a lot of people do as I'm analyzing their social media is sharing other people's posts or posting all day long or just being negative. And I'm just going to admit, I wasn't sharing people's posts. I wasn't posting all day long, but I was negative. Facebook was my favorite place to vent about whatever was going wrong in my life. And not a good idea. I don't see it. I haven't seen anybody doing that for a while. So maybe it was just me. I was just the only crazy one doing that. But when people are sharing other people's posts, they're taking the credit away from themselves and giving it to someone else. So instead of sharing posts all day long, make it yourself. Like take that bread recipe that you're sharing for someone and make it yourself and then post a picture of the loaf of bread that you made. Do you see the difference? That's validating yourself. That's giving influence to yourself, and your social media following wants to see you, not Joe Schmo down the street who has 20 chickens. Like they want to see your life. Do you need more friends? I have a new level one who she needed some more friends, and she went and friended over 800 people in the last few weeks. You guys, social media, it's a huge place. You can find people, and I'm going to tell you how to find more friends. Do you need more comments on posts? Comment on your friends' posts, because social media is about being social, and this is really important. And Facebook is going to reward you, and Instagram too, for being social. And this is also the only way that the algorithm is going to show other people your posts, is if you're commenting on their posts. So my favorite thing to do is to have people go through their friends list A through Z and start commenting on their stuff. Because if you just comment on the people on your newsfeed, those are already the people that are seeing your post, right? Those aren't new people. You need to go through your friends list. And sometimes you find some friends that maybe you don't want your friends, and maybe you remove them too. But I like to go through A through Z. The other way to find friends, which is my favorite, is to go into groups and to ask a question and then friend all those people who respond. Number one, you already know that they're going to be interested in whatever you're asking about. I had a thought today that I was going to go ask in a group. I cannot remember what it was now, but anyways, if you go into a sourdough group and you ask, why is my sourdough not rising? And they all respond and tell you some tips and tricks. Number one, they're the type of person to add value to someone else. They're social. That's why they're engaging on social media. So that's number two. And then number three, they are already interested in you. And number four, when you friend them, they're going to know where you came from, because they're probably going to remember, oh, that's a girl who was asking questions about sourdough. Do you see how easy that is? So that is definitely one thing that's easy to overcome. And then the next thing that I like to walk people through, as I have been like looking at their social media and all of that, is 5 things that make them who they are. For me, that would be my faith, my family, food/health, farm life, and Plexus. And then you throw Plexus in there too, because if you're just posting Plexus all day, people don't want to see that. Like, you don't want to be puking Plexus. I know we want to be the Plexus girl, but really, I just want Plexus as a part of my life where I am recommending my favorite olive oil or a new toothpaste that is really working for me, or, a trick on my phone, something. Whatever makes you you and the best version of you, those are the things that you're going to want to post about. And I tend to notice like, okay, these are the things that make you you. Like, are you sharing about books? Are you posting about dogs? Are you posting about your kids? Personal growth, mindset stuff. So look at your social media and see what your brand is. Like, what are those things? And then look at other people whose posts are attractive to you and ask yourself why. Like, why was I attracted to her post? Because who do you want to work with? That is a question to ask yourself because it's your choice. You are who you are is what you're going to attract. Common interests, hardworking people, people who love health and love life. These are all the kind of people that I want to attract. I don't want to attract the type of people I used to attract, which was negative people who are venting and complaining about life. So look at your social media. Would you join yourself? Okay. And then step number 5 is continue conversations with your prospects, but also with your level ones. If you're trying to help somebody make money, you need to care more about that person than the fact that they joined. And if you care about them truly, you will not let them quit the products or the business because they're not a number to you. If they're a number to you, it's like, okay, bye. I'll just sign someone else up and work with someone else. But if they really matter to you, you're going to put your heart and soul into not letting them quit. One of my diamonds, Tiffany Wilson, she tried to quit the products after 30 days and I needed the money so bad. I was just praying that she didn't because I just really needed the money. I needed that money to stick there, but I also saw that she was on so many prescription medications. And so I started sending her articles. I was like, girl, you're going to have to go through detox. You're going to have to trust the process, or else this is what's going to happen to you. Do you want to be in the hospital? Do you want this IBS to turn into the big fat C word? Is that what you want to happen to you? And she's like, no, I don't. And she's off all of her prescription meds now. She's doing great. She's doing amazing. She loves the products. And that is what it takes. Just caring about someone and their future and making sure you're doing the best you can to not let them quit. Same with the paycheck. Same with the business. I believe so strongly in this business that I do not want to see anybody quit because I know that if I would have given up, oh my gosh, I don't even know what my life would have looked like. And I struggled for 2 years to figure this thing out. And it was frustrating, but at the same time, like I said, I knew that there wasn't any other option. Like I had to make this happen. So send them Diamond Docs, YouTube training, show them other people's story. If you got someone or if you yourself are frustrated, you can look at my own story and just know that do not give up because we were talking about this on book club, but you could be one person away from being having like a rock star, having somebody who wants to do the business or somebody who's going to say yes to trying the products for the first time. You could be one person away and people quit so quickly before they even reach that point. So you need to know the stories in order to be able to share the stories with someone. You need to listen to the podcast during lunch, while you do your makeup, while you get ready for the day, while you fold the laundry, while you're driving. Don't ignore small pockets of time to grow your knowledge to be able to share it. And then number 6 here, and I'm talking fast because I know I'm running out of time and some people have some calls after this, but number 6, immerse yourself and your new level ones, people who want to make money in the culture and in the community. It's not an option, you guys. It is so important. Making good money anywhere in life is more about your mindset than it is about your skill set. Signing someone up is the easy part. Getting that mindset right when you hear yourself say, like, you don't deserve this, or maybe you're not cut out for this, or maybe you're just not good at it. These things, these are the reasons they have to be on book club. They need to be on team call. They need to be surrounded by positive, encouraging people who are going places in life and in their business. Get them to events, whether it's online or in person. Host your own event if there's no event locally. We're about to do one at the end of the month here. And then we have convention. Getting your people to these events, there's literally nothing like it. If myself as a diamond, can feel myself. I get fired back up after book club, after team calls, after events in person, especially. It just feels so good to be with people who care about their health. Um, just so many like-minded people. And then step number 7 is setting goals with them. This is really important. My favorite thing to do with new people is talk about the Fast Start program. And it doesn't start the day they join. It starts the day that you or they get their very first join. And then you have 30 days to double that bonus. You can earn $400 to $800 more than that. You can even earn several $1,000s. But just to get started, $400 by signing up a few people to start these products with you, that's a really big deal. We also have added monthly bonuses. Talk to people, push them. Like if their goal is senior gold or their goal is Ruby, help them dream big and understand that this isn't just about today and your paycheck to get today and getting 1 or 2 people. It's about the big picture and long-term vision. I think last week on the call, we were talking about just making money in Plexus. And at the beginning, there's like a lot of work, but not necessarily a lot of pay. Maybe I was making, I don't know how many hours it'd take me to get my first join. Maybe I was making $20 an hour. Let's just say $10 an hour. But now I am making, I redid the math, you guys. I said last week that it was like $800 an hour, but it's more than that. I'm making over $800 an hour working this business because that's how it goes. It's a lot of front ended, just like building any sort of business. Um, so you just need to have big picture, big vision, big goals. Sit there and dream. Create a dream board. Going on a yacht was never on my dream board. I just wanted land and a farm for my kids, and I wanted my bills paid. But big picture vision is how you can make a full-time income working very part-time hours from home. And I don't know of anywhere else in the world that you can do this except for in network marketing. And I will say it loudly and proudly, I do not believe that there is any other way because I looked for every way possible to make money at home and from my phone, working around changing diapers and making my kids dinner and homeschooling them. So I have a few resources for you guys. If you have not read these books yet, you 100% need to read How to Win Friends and Influence People because that's what this is all about. The Magic of Thinking Big. If you struggle with belief in yourself and if you can do this, highly recommend the first 5 chapters in that book. And then the book Get Over Yourself by Rami Nushin, something like that. It has a picture of a laptop and someone's feet on the cover photo. But that book is the blueprint for network marketing. And whether you want to make 500 or 1,000 or $50,000 a month, whatever your goals are, if you want to take the trips, this is the castle I'm going to be staying in Canada as part of a Star Diamond trip in October, and we're going to Alaska. If trips are what motivates you, whatever it is, you guys dream big and don't overcomplicate things. This, what I just shared with you, is literally step by step what I do with a new person and how I help my people help their people. It's not complicated at all. You just have to trust the process. When people tell you no, or they don't sign up right away, they tell you they're interested, but they need to wait till payday. I've heard all of that too. This is normal. Just trust the process and know that whatever your goals are, you can reach those goals. So I'd love to see all your faces, but I don't know how to exit out of this thing without messing everything up. So we will see you guys next week. Have a good night. And I'll figure out how to shut this thing off. So recording. There we go.